Hello, I'm Ann Priestman, Reference Librarian at Arapahoe Community College. This tutorial will address evaluating resources using the CRAP test. Whenever you do research, you need to evaluate the information you find before you rely on it. Although it is important to evaluate information published in any format, it's particularly important for information found on the web. Anyone can publish something on the web at very little cost and subject to very few limitations. If you go to our home page and click on the Research Help button, which we'll do twice, over here you'll see Evaluate Resources CRAP Test. If you click here, here is the test. Hopefully CRAP is a term that you can easily remember. So this is what you want to look for. First of all, currency. How timely is the information? Does it say when it was published or updated? And quite important is, are there links and do they function? Next is relevance. How important is the information to your needs? Is the information appropriate for your level? And would you be comfortable using this source in your research paper? Quite important is authority. Who is the source of the information? Who is the author? Who is the publisher? Who's sponsoring the website? What are the author's qualifications to write the paper? Is there contact information? Then there's accuracy, the actual reliability and truthfulness. Where does the information come from? Is it supported by evidence? Can you verify any of the information? And are there spelling and grammar errors? You might think twice about that site. And finally, what's the purpose? The reason the information exists. Are they trying to sell you something? Are they trying to inform you? Are they trying to teach you? Is the point of view appear objective? Another thing to look for. So these are all elements of things to look for in websites. Now let's look at a couple examples of good websites and maybe not so good websites. EasyBib has a really good website that shows credible websites. Here's a CNN site. So you can see here the author is listed over here, as is the actual date. So this is a current article and it has the author. It has good links that actually work, and here they tell you about the publisher, and looking at more information you find out it is indeed a good publisher. Another example of a good website would be WebMD. Again, here they have some citation and links for you, and the information is current. We have a date, we have the author, and it even says it was reviewed by such and such, so we know this is peer reviewed. And again, it links to the publisher and information about the publisher. So maybe looking at some links that aren't quite so good, here's one maybe that's not as credible. It's an eHow, and if you look at that, there really is not an author, it's just a contributor somewhere from eHow. There's no real date on the publication, so we don't know when this was published. Citation and links, they don't appear to have good links. And the publisher, this site provides a publisher, but when you do more investigation, it's not necessarily a responsible publisher. A website that a lot of people show is martinlutherking.org. One would think this sounds like a good site, being a .org. However, looking at this, if you look a little more and you actually look at information about Stormfront, who is the author, if you actually look at information about Storefront, you find out that they're actually a supremacist group and not somebody that would be unbiased. They would be a very biased source to be looking at. The last thing I want to point out to you are a couple of Google tricks for looking for quality information. First of all, you want to put terms in or phrases in quotes like global warming. It automatically ands when you use Google, so you could do and Colorado. And then what I want to really point out is you can limit your searching in Google to certain kinds of websites. A .com is a commercial site. They're selling you a product. A .org is an organization, and they're selling you an idea. A lot of instructors think if you use a .gov or a .edu, you're getting more reputable information. Well, you can do that by just putting in your whole search string and then putting in site.gov or .edu. Another thing to keep in mind, the internet's a great place to go for statistics. So if you wanted statistics, the government has a lot of great statistics. That would be a good place to look for current information and statistics. You can go one step further with Google, and you can actually go to a specific site like the usgs.gov and click there. So just a few tricks. Hopefully these will help you look at your sources critically and choose the most reputable sources for your search.